punk revolution now. Hey everybody, today we have a fucking epic video. This is going to be so fucking amazing. This is the top 10 albums of the decade. It's so emotional the way the decade is ending, and I compiled the list of the top 10 best albums that came out in this decade. Even more epic than my video yesterday, which was the top 10 of 2019. This is the fucking whole decade. This is the objective list right here, folks. All the answers are right here. Don't listen to RateYourMusic.com. Don't listen to Anthony Fantano. Don't listen to Pitchfork. Don't listen to Bandcamp. Don't listen to any of those publications that take money from record labels or whatever. Listen to me, because this is objective. So, let's get started, going from 10 to 1, starting with number 10. The 10th best album of the decade is Beach House Team Dream, released in 2010. Let me tell you something, folks. This album right here, you had to fucking be there. When it came out, it literally changed your fucking life. The moment those androgynous vocals hit with that dreamy, beautiful atmosphere, it changes your fucking life. It gives you chills. It fucking blows your mind. This is the turn of the decade dream pop album that changed everything. So many fucking albums I've listened to that's came out this decade has been influenced by this album, and for a good reason, because it's so beautiful and pleasant. It's delicious. It feels like you're laying in a beautiful pillow. It's a beautiful album. Has to fucking be on this list because it's so essential. It's essential. Okay, number 10, done. Number 9 is epic as fuck. Let's fucking get this party started. Number 10 is Kairon IRSE's Ujubasajuba, released in 2014. This is the cover right here, and let me tell you something about this album. Most shoegaze bands suck ass, okay? They are talentless fucking idiots that have rich parents that buy them a shit ton of expensive guitar pedals. The guitarist turns all the pedals on at once and strums the pedal, and they hire expensive producers to make the album sound fucking good, and they lay the lazy vocals that are barely whispering behind it all. It's talentless music, and I love shoegaze, but a lot of it is fucking talentless. You can be fucking talentless as fuck, and if you have the right amount of money, you can be a famous shoegaze band. I'm being honest. But what makes Kairon IRSE different is I have never heard as much talent go into a shoegaze album as this one. This is fucking amazing. This is one of the best shoegaze albums I've ever heard. The progressive, intense, like, song structures are so fucking epic. It's epic as fuck. The riffs are fucking epic, and it's beautiful. The tones are beautiful. The vocals are bizarre, but also delicious and juicy, and it's a life-changing experience. I love this album so much. Number 9. Okay, great. That was number 9. Number 8. Let's get to number 8. Number 8 is going to be Little Ugly Mane's Mista Thug Isolation, which came out in 2012. So Little Ugly Mane, this album right here is so fucking cool. But 2012 was a weird year. This album came out, you put it on, you put your headphones on, you press play, and it's like, okay, what the fuck am I listening to? It's like, what is this fucking album cover? I mean, you can see this fucking album cover. This is what the music actually sounds like. This is not a joke. This fits the music perfectly. How do I even describe this? It's Memphis rap, but like, crank it up to like level 1,000 of just weird, I guess. And you take that with some really inappropriate lyrics, some really outstanding production, and then you're like, this is a weird album, but it's so fucking amazing, I have to put it on the top 10 albums of the decade list. I love the fuck out of this album. Haters, fuck off. Little Ugly Mane rocks. All right, number 7. Decapitation's Monolith of Inhumanity, which came out in 2012, another 2012 year album. 2012 was one of my favorite years for music of the decade, so no surprise there. Decapitation. Why did this album make the list? Because it's fucking delicious death grind. This is Decapitation. They're disgusting. They're ugly. They're beautiful. The way they just cram so many different ideas into along with death grind that is just bouncing between so many fucking ideas with like disgusting lyrics that make you think, and also the message is ultimately environmental and vegan. So I relate to that obviously because I'm fucking vegan. So yes, I am actually. I'm actually vegan. I'm actually fucking vegan. So I love the message. I love the music. the production here is so clean. It's like, this is a death grind album, but the production is really clean, which maybe might turn some people off, but I think it's really fucking cool. It's just really well crafted. It's really tons of talent in this album. Fucking awesome album. Go check it out if you're not really into death metal. This is actually a very accessible album, so if you're not into death metal, this might be a good place to start. All right, number 6. La Disputes, Wildlife. This came out in 2011, another great year for music. This album right fucking here, it is... Whew, this one actually took a while for me to get into, but when it clicked fucking hard, okay? So first off, the guitar work. As a guitarist, I love the guitar work in this album. It's very inspiring to me. Has a lot of wonderful, awesome influences in there from some awesome post-hardcore, from like obviously like 90s post-hardcore influence from maybe Screamo, and maybe like even like Slint, maybe even a bit of that. And then there's also like jazz influence. The instrumentation is fantastic. The song structures are beautiful because the song structures go along with the lyrics and the vocals, which ultimately tell a compelling, depressing, heavy story about everything around you falling apart. And it's just, the emotion is just drilling into you. It's such a depressing, heavy album. And I love heavy, depressing albums with fantastic music. That is why it is number 6. We're in the top fucking 5, folks. This is the top 5. Let's take a drink. Let's take a smoke. Let's take a fucking break. All right, I just came. Now we're gonna go to number 5. Weyes Blood, Titanic Rising, which came out 2019 this year. My favorite album that came out this year. I absolutely love this album. See, remember how I said that so much fucking music was influenced by Beach House's album Team Dream? I'd say this is actually one of them. The atmosphere is kind of similar in the sense that it's very dreamy. Not as dreamy as Beach House, obviously, but it's like you take some like extremely excellent songwriting and you kind of give it like a 70s Baroque pop vibe, I guess you could say, and then you kind of lather a little bit of like dream pop atmosphere, and you just put a ton of creativity and drive it with beautiful, excellent chord changes and melodies. You have an outstanding fucking album that makes it one of the best of the year. Great job, Weyes Blood. Titanic Rising, 2019. I love the fuck out of this album. Okay, we're in the top 4. Let's power through this, folks. Top 4. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the Caretaker? If you guessed the Caretaker, you were right, because the number 4 is going to be Caretakers and Empty Bliss Beyond This World, which came out in 2011. Holy shit, did this album change my fucking life. This is an existential crisis in an album. I am warning you, this is so heavy, so beautiful, so going to make you think about the universe and how it just fucking rips you apart. And then just shoves it in, and it's nostalgic and beautiful and just depressing and heavy, and it's the sound of crying and depression. It creates so much emotion with no lyrics, no words, no vocals, anything. It's just very, very simple electronic music. Very simple. It's so simple. The formula is so simple in this album, but it goes so fucking far. A wonderful piece of art. That's why it's number 4. It's so beautiful. Folks, we're in the top 3. Hold your fucking underwear, because number 3 is going to make you shit yourself. Number 3 is Lil B's Godfather, which came out in 2012, another 2012 album. Look at this cover, look at this album. It is so, this album, okay, so honestly, if I could put Lil B's entire discography here, I would, but I'm putting Godfather because I do, out of all the Lil B that I've listened to, which is a lot, but obviously not his whole discography, because his whole discography is huge. This album here, it's the best of Lil B, okay? It's creative. It thinks outside of the box. It's emotional. It's funny. And it's just challenging. It challenges what you would consider is like the typical definition and idea of what hip-hop should be. And Lil B is just throwing all these crazy fucking lyrics at you, thoughts and emotions at you with outstanding production, outstanding beats, and by the end of it, you know who Lil B is as a person, you love him as a person. That is outstanding. It is almost, I would almost consider this fucking like avant-garde or something. It's mind-boggling how this album works, how Lil B works. It's honestly, Lil B is one of the greatest acts of the decade, without a doubt. He has done so much for hip-hop and music in general. He's a fucking punk revolutionary, all right? So, that was number 3. Now we're in the top 2. I don't need this anymore. I have the top 2 memorized. Number 2 almost got number 1. but number one got number one. Number two is Danny Brown's XXX. This is one of the greatest hip-hop albums I've ever listened to in my life. This is absolutely an outstanding work of art. Okay, first off, the rapping, fucking fantastic. The lyrics, outstanding, amazing, fantastic. The production, some of the best production I've ever heard in a fucking album ever. The message, the cohesiveness of the message, so fucking brilliant. The way that Danny Brown is partying throughout this album half the time, and then confessing to you about how miserable partying all the time is making him the other half of the album, combined with fucking like post-punk samples. This album fucking samples This Heat and a bunch of other really fucking cool samples, and then the emotional delivery of Danny Brown through this entire thing is outstanding. It's an outstanding album. This is a fucking amazing work of art, Danny Brown. Holy shit. And you got number two. So you probably have guessed who number one is by now. Is it going to be my album that no one listened to? No. Is it going to be my band's album that isn't out yet? No, because I'm not a fucking prick. But if it did come out, maybe I would have done it. So today it's going to be Death Grip's Exmilitary. Exmilitary. Oh my fucking god. This album is so fucking amazing. Okay. So Exmilitary, let me tell you about Death Grips. Death Grips are fucking amazing. They're so fucking amazing. They're punk. They're fucking punk. They're fucking punk. Death Grips are punk. Death Grips are fucking punk. I was there when this album came out. I was there when The Money Store came out. It changed everyone's life. It was so fucking sick and epic. And Death Grips is fucking sick. They're fucking sick. And this album hurts your ears. And it's so challenging and creative. I love it. I have nothing to say about this album because you've probably already listened to it. And if you haven't, you're a fucking idiot. Go listen to it. It's the best album of the decade. It changed everything. Death Grips changed Death Grips is like the one fucking artist of this decade that I feel is like absolutely outstanding, amazing, because they released outstanding, amazing albums, and they've released a lot of outstanding, amazing albums. But this one right here, Exmilitary, is the one that fucking changed everything, okay? It fucks you in the ears. It's amazing, and it's punk. So that concludes the best albums of the fucking decade. We did it! Now you know. And if you disagree, fucking leave a comment and I'll fight you. And I'll fight you and prove you wrong, you idiot. And more lists are coming. More end of the year, end of the decade lists are coming. Thanks for watching. Remember to, if you like my video, subscribe, you fucker. If you don't like it, dislike it. And leave me a fucking email. Thanks for watching. Remember, folks, punk revolution now.